Jerry Jones, the salesman, he's even now selling on Good Morning America the reasons he pulled the Micah Parsons deal off.
We have two kinds of capital or currency in the NFL. One of them is draft picks, and the other is the financial, because every team is limited to the same amount of resources to spend. And having said that, Micah enabled us to have 4, possibly as many as 6 players for the future. That's a good trade when you need numbers. I'll take the numbers every time.
Okay, so suddenly it's fiscally responsible Jerry. Fiscally responsible Jerry. And, really this is the Khalil Mack when he was traded from the Raiders to the Bears sort of trade. But he's not giving us the real, which is, wait, how'd you go from agreeing to a deal to trading him? That's a big stretch. And so there's no talk about the breakdown in the relationship with the agent David Mulgeta, who they clearly didn't want to do business with. We act like Jerry was being sneaky and doing a deal without the agent, which is probably sneaky, but the reality is the reason they probably just wouldn't work together. Hey, I'm not working with that guy. You want to get a deal done with Dallas? Here's how we're going to do it. So that wasn't asked. We don't know. We can only assume, and the assumption is that they have no relationship, especially now, because Micah got the deal that he wanted, and he just had to switch teams, get on a plane, and go from one historic franchise to another. But the more you try and explain it, the more you know it's bullcrap, right? I mean, any of us who've told a story that wasn't true, we know the more you try and explain it, the more you go into expert detail over everything. No, what really happened was, the more we know it's bull. Yeah, this is Jerry's trying to say, I'm going to do it my way. And even though he's changing narratives midway through, from Micah Parsons is going to be a Cowboy, wanted to be a Cowboy for a long time, to no, this is all the plan all along. We're going to trade him and get the resources to acquire a couple guys, the draft picks to acquire 2 guys. It's just, with Good Morning America, it works because there's no real pushback on that show. There's no real, hey, that's not actually how it works. On a football show, there would be. So he's smart enough to know to keep the discussion going. He's smart enough to know that all this attention only helps the attention on the Netflix documentary. He's smart enough to know that if you go on Good Morning America, they don't double back with you on a football question, whereas Good Morning Football would. So he's no dope, but he's also not being honest.